How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of Jason's Realm here today, providing you guys live reaction to the Pittsburgh Steelers, introducing Mike McCarthy as the new head coach of this organization that has gone to complete crap. The way this team is going, oh my gosh, that is a loud electric kettle. That is like loud. But we are rolling here, getting ready. The Steelers just starting up their live stream right now. So they'll be beginning here around 5 minutes or so from now, I would bet. And we shall see. This is an interesting decision, to say the least. I've voiced my opinion already. You guys have seen the video, the Steeler fan reaction to the hiring of Mike McCarthy. You guys have seen it. I mean, it's not a good call in my book, but again, what do I know? I'm just a fan, not the ownership. I'm not RD2. What do I know? But we will also be playing bingo today with this, courtesy of 93.7 The Fan. We have a bingo board, a bingo card. Not sure how much you guys can read on that, but we do have a free space in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and fill that out while the stream is going, while the presser is going on. Let me grab my red pen, which is somewhere in my desk. Maybe it's over there. It's somewhere here. We'll find it eventually. Not too worried about it right now. But yeah, this hire, again, I'm not really thrilled about it. I'm not really wowed. I really think this is going to come crashing and burning down, personally. Just knowing Mike McCarthy, he's another Tomlin. He is another Tomlin, at least. He wins in the regular season. He has had a positive record with both other teams he's been a head coach of, the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. But he was never able to get the job done when it counted. Again, he was 11-11. Go ahead and mark off our free space. There we go. So we got the free space on the bingo. But yeah, I mean, it really feels like we went from Mike to Mike. It really was bad. Again, McCarthy, just like Tomlin, regular season winner. Positive records on both teams he's been a head coach of. When it mattered in the playoffs, though, he's 11-11. And all of that is mostly carried by the one Super Bowl run against the Steelers. So, it's very interesting, especially considering the way the Steelers are going about it. They are quite literally building the 2010 Packers all over again. It is an interesting decision, to say the least. But we should be getting here to this presser just in a couple minutes. Again, this very much could go very bad very quickly. I'm expecting it to. I'm expecting this team, everyone's going to say, wow, look, Mike McCarthy's first season was 9-8 Super Bowl. Yeah, that's all he's going to do. I don't have expectations. The problem is Rooney went with a safe pick. You could have gone 7-9 wins a year with McCarthy and fail in the playoffs. Or you could have chosen to go with a riskier option, albeit with either Sheila or Shula, even though Shula supposedly bombed the interview. I don't know the whole details on that. But go with a riskier, unproven, just like you have done in the past. And while, yes, you could end up with a 4-13 season, you could also end up with a 13-4 season and go into the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I mean, look at Seattle. Seattle went with Mike Macdonald, an unproven, unexperienced in terms of head coaching candidate. And he has Seattle in the Super Bowl right now. McVay, same deal. He was brought up. Shanahan, I believe, was the same deal as well. He never had prior experience. Oh, here we go. We got McCarthy coming out onto the stage with Omar Khan and RD2. Here we go. We're playing bingo. Oh, boy.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. As I stated before, we will have art. We'll pass it over to Coach Mike McCarthy.
Here we go. The presser is beginning. Rooney. What are you saying? A special occasion. Doing it on his grandfather's birthday. He's like, oh, that's amazing. Rooney Sr. would be rolling in his grave if he saw the way this team was run right now. It's bad. We don't have Mike McCarthy yet, so we're not going to play the bingo. Oh my gosh. Rooney introducing Mike McCarthy. I don't like this hire, but here we go. His first statement as Steelers head coach.
All right, here we go.
Let's see. Playing bingo.
Oftentimes, coaches.
Waiting here. Let's see. Oh, McCarthy's out there glazing around. Thinking art. You know, your standard thank yous. Okay. Talking about the Ooh. We got a bingo. We got something on the bingo. Okay. Mike Tomlin. We got Mike Tomlin. We got McCarthy. Oh my gosh. He's thanking everybody. Oh my gosh. Electronic here. Oh. I'm going to count that as bringing the Lombardi back. Bringing a championship back to this great city. Oh my gosh. How's it going, Jerpy? Oh my gosh. We're passing the mic over. Oh, Jerry Dulac. Talking about last year, where he took a year off.
The year off was all really famous. Took the year off at night.
Oh my gosh. This is a clown show. This is honestly a clown show. This is honestly just a freaking clown show. This was about family. We'll see. And he had a great year off. It's an emotional job, but seriously, I mean, McCarthy, what are you? Oh my gosh. Reflecting back on his last year after the question by Dulac. Talking about training camp coming up. Oh my gosh, I forgot to hop in the Discord. I forgot to hop in the Discord. We were going to have PDF up in here. It's going to be the Jets. I don't know about the Jets. But because the Jets don't make the playoffs. They aren't even close to the playoffs year in and year out. The Steelers are going to be like that. They're going to be 9-8 Super Bowl. You went from Mike Tomlin to offensive Mike Tomlin. Bad.
Raise your hand so they can see in the crowd where you're coming from. Got Tim Benz over here from Live.
Trib Live.
Question, just I'm asking this from perspective.
Uh-oh. The Rogers question. Let's see.
You know,
Looks like he wants Rodgers.
what these men commit to, put into it.
Let's see.
That time. Too, Aaron.
Oh my gosh. I mean, if Rodgers is back, whoop-de-doo. It's not the end of the world, I don't think. Rodgers wasn't the issue. It was the team around him. Rich Walsh.
Is there any answer that you show?
Uh-oh. Talking about his stories.
Oh, I hear that. I've always enjoyed the interview process. Frankly, you have
Just gonna hire me. I'm 3 cartons a year guy. Oh.
coaches.
Let's see. What do you guys say about your past?
Sit down,
Talking to Art Rooney.
especially growing. It's a great opportunity.
Growing up here.
Story.
He did mention Bill Cowher earlier, too.
Knocked it out.
We're a terrible towel away from bingo.
Notice, any industry, you look for
I'll go for every single 4th down. No punter needed.
coaches. Very comfortable, you know, from the ready to sit down, look like, where I am in my life.
Oh my gosh.
DM, head coach, relationship. And I think
Does that show up better? Not really.
In terms of asking the guy roster specific, attract most of the roster.
all the roster. I was trying to talk here, but I think it's,
Use a blue highlight. That's gonna stick out more.
the first thing I was looking for, I know in my head coach, how many players do we have returning on contract?
We have players returning in the roster.
Frankly, I mean, the draft's really, been in free agency.
That's our bingo board.
But that group of men, that's it.
Oh my gosh. They are doing the conference. They are doing the conference right now. I'm just trying to listen as well. It's a little bit hard for me to listen and talk, but we're trying to listen. Talking about Tomlin leaving him a lot to work with. Oh, talking about the defense. The history of the Steelers. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll try to split screen because I guess it's copyright. Yeah, it is copyright if I play it. So, otherwise I would play it, but I can't because copyright. This is the big question. How long is he going to be here?
Hog year.
The standard is the standard.
Really, I mean,
That do be true.
send these, got in the coach.
Trying to see how long he's going to be here because he's going to have this job as long as he wants it.
Oh, I can't even.
He's dodging it.
NFL.
He's dodging it big because he doesn't want to give an answer. Let me see here.
That's not fair, Tracy.
About the phone call he had with his family.
Will Graves with the AP, you know, why did you still want to about this? Some guys
Let me
don't
see.
come back and get that sold by, you know, what keeps you, what made you
Off coach.
He loves coaching. Open up an automation scripts.
Line up every.
I was about to run this script above my head.
Nothing like.
There we go. Oh my gosh. This is rough. Mike. It's meant to be. I'm going to count that as the honor. He's been flirting with it all day. This is right. This is crazy, bro. I still can't believe this is happening. I still cannot believe this is happening. This just does not seem right to me at all.
Your history is offense, your reputation. One stop.
Talking about it, his coaching style.
Oh, I mean, back opportunity.
He loves Will Howard.
Head coach.
Oh my gosh. The BS is real. It is so real.
Super blessed.
Get ready for... No, it's not going to be a wild ride. Remember, they're the organization of stability. So they're getting ready for another 9-8 Super Bowl under a head coach named Mike. I'm honestly surprised it wasn't Mike McDaniel. But I guess McDaniel would have been too... He would have been too unstable for the Steelers. It's bad. It is bad. This is a total clown show. Absolute clown show. We'll see. I still just don't believe this at all. Oh my gosh. WTAE is asking a question now.
Win drought has been a big.
Playoff win drought.
When you look back at 10 years, what would you do differently?
What's his change?
Every season.
He's dodging the question. Again. I don't have to deal with the head coach like McCarthy, KOC at least is okay. Yeah. He's kind of dodging some of these questions. I get why you want to dodge some of it. He's the complete opposite of Tomlin, but also the same. You know what I mean? If you keep going, he's almost like Tomlin's going west, McCarthy's going east. If they keep going, eventually they meet on the opposite side of the world. That's kind of where we're at right now. Is it really feels like McCarthy is just the same but different. He's the offensive-minded Tomlin, but he's going to be doing the same stuff. He's going to be a regular season winner, playoff loser. That's kind of what's happening right now, is that we're seeing that same thing happen. It's just instead of being in America, they're meeting in India. You know what I mean? It's exactly what we're seeing right now out of this, and I don't like it. This was supposed to be the time of rebuild. It was supposed to be the time of change, and now it's going to be more of the same. The only way I would give McCarthy a pass is if he manages to bring in and start up Will Howard in maybe year 2 after Rodgers retires, right? Maybe year 2. Give Howard the reins and Howard just lights the league on fire. Then maybe we could look back and say that we were overreacting. But seeing what I've seen, I don't think we're overreacting. So,
That's really not.
I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Like Jeremy Scott from
Oh.
WESA here in Pittsburgh.
WESA.
Unopened eye and older coach.
I haven't been.
Oh my gosh. He might get the Iron City can from Chuck Knoll.
On it for the Batman.
See. Yeah, only you can get 2010 McCarthy instead of 26 McCarthy. Oh.
Organization here wants
We'll see.
winning, finding that.
Oh, winning now. Let's see.
You're always developing the core.
Always developing the quarterback is his first answer to that. Talking about Brett, Aaron, Dak. I would always make, yeah, that's the thing, is that you never know what your mistakes are going to be, but at the same time, this just seems more of a mistake than Darnold was, because at least Darnold had a proven track record, except for the postseason collapse last year. He's anxious to work with Will Howard. I like what I see from Will Howard. We're getting close to bingo.
You plan on calling the play
Oh, does he call plays?
for offense?
Let's see, is he going to call the plays? This is the $1 million question.
Definitely.
Well, that answers that question. Definitely, I will call the plays on offense. Wow.
It's not a super.
Talking about Omar and Art now.
Did you just think?
Talking about, you had the chances. You had the chance to get someone younger.
We came into this.
What were you thinking going in? Rogers probably coming back, but also Will Howard. I mean, Will Howard is not. I want to see what Will can do. I like Will Howard. I want to see what he can do on this team. And I think McCarthy might be the right guy to work with developing him. Maybe. Time will tell, but we'll see. Can he develop Howard like he developed Rogers? You know what I mean? Tell them we're rebuilding. That's the problem. The Steelers don't want to rebuild. They're not wanting to rebuild right now. They don't want to go through the pain of losing seasons, because right now the only thing that this organization has, the only thing that they have left to cling on to is their stability. And they're not going on a 3-win season followed up by a 14-win season. That's the only thing this Steelers team has left to cling on to of his legacy. It ain't the winning, that's for sure. Talking about Omar and McCarthy together.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. I grew up.
Oh my gosh.
That year was really special.
I still can't believe this clown show is happening. They should have gone. They should have, but again, the team doesn't want to do that. They should have gone into full rebuild after Ben. They should have gone to full rebuild, like sell pieces, not just this. The problem is that this team had no backup plan for when Ben retired. This team was banking on the fact that Ben is going to play football at a high level forever and ever and ever and ever. And when he didn't, when he retired, the team was like, oh no, Big Ben retired. What do we do now? I don't know. Let's draft a quarterback and we'll still be competitive next year, right? And then you had Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett that year. Maybe after that you should have said, okay, maybe now it's time for a rebuild. Nope, more Kenny Pickett. Oh, Kenny Pickett didn't work out? Okay, how about we bring in Justin Fields and Russell Wilson? Oh, that didn't work. Let's bring in Aaron Rodgers and make no other changes to this team, but still try to win now. But we're not going to rebuild. Now we're gonna bring in Mike McCarthy and do the same thing. Yeah, Pickett was a rough. It was a rough situation with him. It was a rough pick. But I mean, this team should have rebuilt after Ben retired, and the problem goes back to the organization, from the GM on down. Everyone in that organization is all responsible for this. Who was the GM at that time? Because was Khan the GM at that time too? Let me see. Don't blame the draft class. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that they knew that Ben wasn't going to play forever. They knew that Ben was not going to play forever, and they had a couple of off ramps. You know what I mean? That's the problem, is that Ben last played a down of football. Let me double check what season it was. It was the 2021 season. Right? Those are executives, general manager. So it was Kevin Colbert, I think, and then so Kevin Colbert had no plan. He was the one that was kind of the problem that put Omar Khan in a bit of a pickle, but Omar did not, he decided to try and retool as opposed to trade and rebuild. But really it comes down to Kevin Colbert, because if I look at QB classes through the 2010s, right? If we look at like 2017 to 19, let me see here. Let me go back to the drafts. NFL draft by year. Let's see. So if we go back to, let's say, 2020, right? Let's go back to 2020. Let's take a look there. Joe Burrow, that was obviously a given. Tua was off the board, so was Herbert, right? We go down to the Steelers. They did not have a first-round pick because they traded it to Miami, right? But if we filter now into round 2, after the Steelers' first pick was Chase Claypool that year, look how that worked out. I mean, beyond him, you had Jalen Hurts. Steelers didn't think to go quarterback. They wanted to go wide receiver. Not saying that they would have gone Hurts, but again, it was an option. Hindsight's 2020, yes, that is correct. But you knew that Ben was going to retire at some point, and you had no backup plan for that. Right? Let's look at 2019. 2019, you traded up to 10th to draft Devin Bush. You could have drafted Haskins. Might not have been a bad fit for Pittsburgh at the time. Unfortunately, we never got to see that because of the disaster that happened out of that. Drew Lock would not have been terrible necessarily with Pittsburgh. Again, these aren't amazing options, but they were options nonetheless that the Steelers chose to not take. Right? And let's look back at 2018. These are the 4 drafts. We'll look at 21 as well. That coach is brutally unhealthy. I could almost see it through his skin. A little bit. In 2018, where did the Steelers draft? They drafted 28th. Lamar was available, but again, they were still trying to compete with Ben. Later in the second round, let's see, second round, who would have been available after your pick? Going into the third round picks. I mean, there's options. I guess you did take Mason Rudolph thinking he was going to be your backup plan in 2018, but after seeing that he wasn't really. 21, they took Najee. But again, let's take a look at the quarterbacks on that draft. I don't regret taking Freiermuth. That was an amazing second-round pick if they'd use him. I guess I'll give them a pass in 21. I will give them a pass in 2021, right? There was no good quarterbacks, really. But if we look at 22, they took Kenny Pickett. Whoop-de-friggin-do. Otherwise, there was, again, not really a lot of options. So, again, you can't really fault them for that. But by the time they saw what Kenny had, they should have said, we're going to go into full-scale rebuild. We're going to tear it on down and explode it all down. You know what I mean? And you look at 2023, they picked 14th overall. Taken after him, you had Will Levis. Wasn't really a great in hindsight, but he could have been one the Steelers took. I guess the Steelers just were not in a spot. Yeah, 22 was terrible. 23 looks pretty rough as well. Apart from your top two, there was like nobody in 23. Who's this dude? Are you talking to Omar Khan, like the bald guy in the suit? He's the general manager. Yeah, the guy in the blue suit with the bald head, he is Omar Khan. He's the Steelers GM. Which, he hasn't been terrible, right? But look at 23. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, not a great, solid quarterbacks there, but after that, it drops off. Richardson, and then your next quarterback taken, again, was pretty low. But the Steelers could have had Milton Williams multiple times, and they passed on him. I would have loved Williams. Then they could have went for him in the offseason, and they didn't go for him either. Instead, they chose to bring Aaron Rodgers instead of trading a second-round pick for him. You know what I mean? Like that's my problem with this team, is that they are resistant to going into rebuild. By 24, you would have thought, okay, we're going full-scale rebuild. You could have traded up using TJ Watt or someone. You could have got potentially into the top 10 with TJ Watt. I mean, there's plenty of teams that could have potentially been willing to take a defensive guy. So you could have traded up to get Bo Nix. He could have been in a Steeler uniform. You know what I mean? Looking at the 24 draft, by then they should have been rebuilding, but Omar Khan didn't want to rebuild, and I don't know if that was Khan saying, well, I don't want to rebuild, or if that was Art Rooney saying, no, you will not rebuild. But again, another quarterback that they could have easily traded up to get and passed up on. You know what I mean? Otherwise, the Steelers class that year was pretty solid. Again, Peyton Wilson out of that class, and I think the third round. But, I don't know. They'll try to trade for Willis when he was available? Exactly. That's what I was saying. Send a second-round pick, or even a first round if you had to get Malik Willis. I like what he can do. But they chose, nah, we don't need him. We don't need him. And then last year, they could have had Shadur. They could have taken Shadur. They could have taken Shuck in the first round. In the first round. I mean, there were a lot of options. Again, you could have had Jackson Dart. The Steelers passed up on Dart. It's all because this team does not want to rebuild. They don't want to go through the pain of a rebuild. And that's what I'm seeing. Omar Khan is a great GM for a team that's not rebuilding. If you need someone to get you talent on that team, Omar Khan is a really good GM. But for a team that's trying to rebuild, if it's Omar Khan saying we're not going to rebuild, he's the problem. Just saying. If it's RD2 saying no, you are not going to rebuild, then fine. No fault to Omar Khan. He's just doing what he's told to keep his job. But that blame then shifts over to RD2. And it would not surprise me if it's RD2 saying that. I mean, again, the players he's drafted have not been terrible. You figure Derek Harmon, he was a pretty solid rookie year. 5 sacks, 4 pass defense, 2 fumbles forced, 45 tackles in his rookie year. You know what I mean? 2024's first round pick was Troy Fautanu. He's been involved a fair bit in the offensive line as he needs to. 2023 first round pick Broderick Jones. He's been up and down. He's had some issues. But again, Joey Porter Jr. in this first pick of the second round. Keanu Benton in that second round. You know what I mean? The Steelers. Then you got Darnell Washington in the third round. So if you're looking for quality talent, Nick Herbig in the fourth round. I mean, the Steelers killed that draft. They absolutely slaughtered the 2023 NFL draft. You know what I mean? It looks like they wrapped up the presser. It's only a 30-minute presser. Huh. But yeah. Like, again, I think part of the problem falls back on the GM. Or it's either the GM or it's the owner. It all depends on who is actually telling who what to do. You know what I mean? But Omar Khan has been really good at finding that talent, in those later rounds. 23, looking again back at 2018, that was not a great draft. The Steelers were they weren't great at drafting, right? But in the first year of Omar Khan, 22, let me go ahead and close 2020, close 2019. This is 2018. 23, there's 22, 24, and 25. So 2022's draft for the Steelers, again, Kenny Pickett, that was a tough one. Kenny Pickett was a tough one to swallow because he was touted as the quarterback to get in the draft, and he just didn't develop. George Pickens had a bit of an attitude issue, but again, Omar Khan still adjusting. Marvin Leal. So, not a great first draft. Did get Calvin Austin in that one, which Austin's been pretty decent, pretty solid, but a bit undersized. So, not really a lot out of that first set in 2022. But again, first interview or first cycle for a GM is not terrible at all. You're going to be rough. Again, 24, got Troy Fautanu. He's been involved. A nice little backup offensive lineman, Zach Frazier. Again, he's been in there as well a fair bit. Roman Wilson, he's not really being utilized, but I think he's more of an over-the-middle receiver as opposed to anything. Peyton Wilson in the third round of 24. You know what I mean? Mason McCormick hasn't really seen the field. But again, I mean, not terrible. I'd say pretty solid draft class for Omar Khan. 2025 even, pretty much a same deal. Getting Derek Harmon out of the first round. Again, he had a pretty solid rookie year. Then going into, they did not have a second round. That went to the Titans. Their third round, Caleb Johnson, apart from his, mind fart against the Seahawks. Jack Sawyer. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Yaya Black. So Omar Khan has been really good at getting this team what they need. But they're not going through a rebuild, and that's the problem with this team. That being said, I do think I am going to wrap this stream up. 2 Ian's voting for no on the McCarthy hire, 1 vote in the standard. And with that, I'll catch you guys next time. Our next stream is going to be tomorrow night. Excuse me. Tomorrow night for some NHL coverage. We double check what we got. Is the Avalanche at the Senators. We'll be live for that tomorrow night. But again, not really a big fan of McCarthy. I could be proven wrong. We'll see. But that being said, I do think I am going to wrap up this stream. Because otherwise I might die. And with that, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.